Check. Yeah, what up, players? Welcome to episode 52 of the Player One podcast. I'm your host, Tyrone Jr., aka Hollywood Champa. This is your first time tuning in. What up, player? You've been here before and you decided to return. Welcome back, player. I appreciate you all. As you can see, we are at the Baltimore Ravens practice facility. If you are tuning in on YouTube, if you are on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, whatever else we got, we out there. If you're on it, I appreciate you for tuning in. But with the visuals, if you want to slide over to YouTube, like the page, subscribe, drop a comment. You can see we are at the Baltimore Ravens training facility where we need to get back to and figure some stuff out. This episode is brought to you by Seasoned Goods non-toxic vegan candles. Go ahead. I got the code PLAYER1 to get yourself a discount. The holidays are here. Go ahead and buy some candles for some loved ones. They got all kinds of flavors, smells, whatever you want to call them. Right here, I got the toasted coconut bean, one of my favorites. I ran through these candles. I'm going to need some more very soon. But yeah, we have the holidays here. I appreciate you all for tuning in. Let's get this thing going. I'm going to keep it as we always do. We have the 3 segments: the roundup, the would you rather, and story time with Hollywood. So with the roundup, I'm just gonna bring us back together. It's been a minute since the last episode. In the last episode, I asked you guys to drop some comments on the YouTube page. Let me know what you want to hear from me. I've got a lot about football. Y'all want to hear my football side. When I started this podcast, I wanted it to be about football, but I kind of pulled away from it. Because at the time, I was working for Fox Sports. So every day of my life was sports, football, basketball, just nonstop cycle. And I did not want to come to the studio, the Player One podcast studio, and talk more about sports. So I strayed away from it. But now, I've separated from Fox Sports, and now I'm here. The Player One podcast studios. So I'm here to talk a little bit about football. I ain't gonna drown y'all. I ain't gonna talk y'all to death, okay? But yeah, we're gonna talk about that later on. Roundup, where have I been? I told you guys, man, I was out here training, getting right for the turkey trot, 10K. A 10K is 6 miles. Shout out to my boy Philip Noel. He's a dog. He invited me. He was like, come on, man, let's do this turkey trot on Thanksgiving Day if you're not going home. So I was like, yeah, I ain't got nothing going on. Let's do it. That boy finished 130th. It was somewhere around there. It might have been less than that. But he was top 150 out of 1,600 people. Now me, I finished 691st or 91th. One of those two. 691 out of 1,600 people. And the only reason I was that far behind was because I had to use the restroom. I drank pretty much a gallon of water from the midnight before the race up until start time. I was nervous. I did not think I had enough water in my system. And so I chugged. And right when the race was about to start, I had to go so bad. But I was like, nah, I see the restrooms. I don't know the distance it's going to take to wrap around and come back to these restrooms, but I'm going to hold it because I'm about to start. I ran. It took like 2 miles, and then I got to stop and use the restroom. And that was the longest bathroom break I've ever taken in my life. So during that is when I'll say 50 to 150 people probably ran past me. So when I got out, I had to get going. And I eventually got through, finished 691st. Whatever. I've been back in the gym. Yesterday was day 1. Today is day 2. I told you guys a while back, I used to write my dreams down. When I wake up, I have my little journal. Jot the dreams down. Story time with Hollywood. I'm going to tell y'all about my dream and how I ended up here at Baltimore Ravens training facility. Right now, I'm doing this thing where I've turned off my social media notifications. I spend too much time on there. I'm done with that stuff, like these pointless messages going back and forth. I'm watching all these videos people are sending me and stuff. I just gotta tone that down. I spend too much time on my phone, not as productive as I want to be. So if you hit me up on IG and I give you a late response, that's why. Or Twitter or whatever. Yeah, that end of this roundup. Again, I need you guys to drop a comment. Let me know what you want to hear. What are you into, man? Tell me. Be responsive. Interact. All right, that's it with the roundup though. Let's get moving. I got the timer set to 13 minutes. At 13 minutes, the music is gonna start playing. That's gonna be my cue to kind of wrap things up. And we're already 5.5 minutes in, so let's get this thing rolling. Would you rather? Would you rather your favorite sports team win a Super Bowl or an NBA title? I've been thinking about this since I wrote it down because between the last few nights, Baltimore Ravens, we lost in the last minutes of the game, and we lost to a 2-point conversion, which tears my heart out. And then just last night, the Lakers lost to a buzzer beater. And I'm thinking, what would I rather us win in? Do I care more about football right now or basketball? And that kind of comes and goes, I guess. I don't know. It depends on what I have going on in life. But I think overall, I think I'd rather the Ravens win a Super Bowl. I think it's harder to win a Super Bowl. I don't know. I want to hear your guys' thoughts on that one. So for the comment section, or if you respond on Twitter or social media as I post these things, I want to hear, would you rather your team win a Super Bowl or an NBA title? I think I'm going Super Bowl. I feel like it's tougher. I called myself more of a football player growing up. And football, I never won no championship in football. I think that's part of it too. Got to the championship and lost. But in basketball, we was winning almost every year. Shout out my pops. I mean, he was the coach for most of my basketball teams. We was winning every year. So basketball, it felt easier. Football, I mean, it takes more of your team. There's more players on the field. I think it's harder to get a football victory than a basketball victory because you can't do it all yourself. You have to depend on others. And so I think I'm going to go with Super Bowl. I'd rather my team win a Super Bowl this year. Story time with Hollywood. Last but not least. Let's see. I got 6 minutes. All right. So I've been writing these dreams down. I wake up. I roll over. I have my notebook next to my bed, and I jot. I'm trying to get away from touching my phone when I wake up and checking notifications and stuff. I told you, I'm trying to get away from that. I'm trying to get my days going, get back into the gym, make the gym the first thing I do. Or second. First, I'm going to write my dreams down. I had this dream the night after we lost to the Jags. The Ravens lost to the Jags. We lost to, man. So that's my quarterback, Lamar Jackson. This is jersey I'm wearing. We are at the facility. I'm here to talk to the team. I'm going to talk to the team after I finish up with this. The team, we got practice in like 2 hours. So I'm going to talk to them, get them motivated because we can't have stuff like that happen again. But this dream was a mix. I think it's a mix. I've been thinking about this. I'll tell you guys afterwards. But pretty much, I walk up to a crime scene. And I feel like I'm in this little town. It's like a wild, wild west type of town. The buildings are small and such. Not that many people. You can kind of turn the corner. You see what you're going to see. Or if you've been to Disneyland, they have like these little towns. And it just felt like that. These little smaller houses and stuff. But pretty much I walk up. Whoa, what's going on? It's a crowd of people. There's a chick off to the side. I kind of walk up. I was about to go ask, yo, what happened? But 2 guys walked up to her. And they're asking, yo, so what went down? But they have like pen and paper and stuff. They're acting as reporters. So she's telling them her side of the story. And then afterwards, they was like, oh, okay, thank you. And they closed the notebook and dipped off. Something seemed very sketch about that. I was sitting there like, wait a second, what's going on? So I kind of kept an eye on them guys. They disappeared. They turned the corner in the little town, disappeared. And I'm chilling. This crowd is kind of picking up. And I look back. And I could see one of the guys who just asked her the question. I could see him kind of climbing the back of the building, and there's like a sign, and he's kind of posting up. And then I see him pull out this big-ass sniper. This is where it gets crazy. It's, you know how dreams go crazy. So he pulls out a big ass sniper. I'm like, whoa, wait a second, what's going on here? And I see him start to set up down towards us. So I was like, yo, he's got a gun. I don't think I said that, but instinct, like this little part was a blank, but instinct, I told the chick, yo, we got to get out of here. So I think I like threw her over my shoulder. I think in the dream, I think I had her on my hip like she was a child or something, like she was just a lightweight book bag or something. But I think I put her on my hip. It doesn't make sense. So I'm like, nah, there's no way. But in the dream, I really feel like I had her on the hip and I started running like a football maybe. Maybe she was like a football. And see how this is starting to come together? Got the football jersey. Wait, there's more. So get through, start running through in between buildings and stuff. And then eventually I drop her off like, all right, you going to get me killed. I got you to safety. I'm out of here. And I'm running. And then next thing you know, the second sniper, I see him, but he's not even a sniper anymore. He got a bigger gun. He's like on the ground. And he starts chasing me. So I'm running, but this dude's fast. I don't know how he's so fast with his with the gun and everything. And I'm running. And then I see Lamar Jackson. I'm like, yo, Lamar, we got to go. We got to go. And Lamar, he ain't questioned me. He like, that's my quarterback, okay? He listens. When I talk to him, he listens. So I said, Lamar, we got to go. They got guns. And he was like, all right. So we start running. You know, Lamar's fast. So he kind of takes the lead. And I'm like, well, wherever you going, I'm going too. That's my quarterback. And then he takes us to a townhome. We turn into this neighborhood of townhomes. And we get to one. And it's like, oh, shoot, okay. We bust into the bottom door townhome. Like, this one's like 5 stories tall. So we run up. We're like, all right, we're going to take this house. And we're just going to go to the top, get the high ground. We get in. It's a big-ass home. It's bigger on the inside than it is on the outside. We get in. We're like, whoa, where's the stairs? Where's the stairs? We find our way up to the stairs. We get to the top floor, the top room. And then we just, all right, let's get quiet. Let's be quiet. Just hopefully they go past. Then next thing you know, we hear the door break down. Of course, the guys find the right house. So then they're making their way upstairs. And then we're sitting there. I'm like, shit, I don't know what we about to do. I'm not jumping out this window. He gonna have to shoot me. And I hate that this dream is so dark in a way, because my podcast shouldn't be so dark, but y'all gonna stick with me, because I woke up. It was 6:30 when I woke up. I was supposed to be asleep till 7:30 at least. But we upstairs in the room. Lamar's back in the corner. I ain't never seen Lamar act like that. I ain't even gonna tell you no more how he was acting, but I'm gonna just say he was in the back corner of the room. And I was at the door, and I was like, well, shit. I'm not going to let them come in and just free game, let loose. But the dude, as he came up the steps, he was like, we know y'all are in here. Only one of y'all get to leave. I said, only one? I look at Lamar. I look at me. We looking at each other. That's my quarterback. But it's me, so I'm worried. Oh, shit, the music. Here we go. I'm like, all right, that's my quarterback. And I was like, well, I'm not about to go out like no sucker. I'm going out with a fight. I ain't never going to go out like no sucker. I hope you know that. And so I was like, all right, well, shit, come get us then. And I'm behind the door, and I'm just thinking, if he comes in, he's going to have the gun to his right side, hopefully, as a normal person would. And I'm on the right side. The door opens up towards me. So as he comes in, I'm going to and do some take the gun, save the day. Or and then he just pow, and then at least Lamar gets to go free. That's my quarterback, and we go and win a Super Bowl. That was my dream. I think it happened because I played Call of Duty the night we lost. I was frustrated the way we lost, so I got home and I played Call of Duty with some friends. And the mix of Call of Duty, the town with the guns, and my quarterback. And I think that's what happened. But that's going to be it, man. Episode 52 of the Player One Podcast. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Tell me if you enjoyed story time. Tell me what you enjoyed about the episode. What do you want to hear more of? I'm trying to keep this going for y'all. Season goods. Code Player1. No space, all lowercase. I'm going to post the links to the website, to the account, the IG accounts and all that, so you can go get your candles as I post the episode. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. That's going to be it, though. Episode 52, Player One Podcast. Yeah, you look at the time. Look at the time. Yes.